Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Empowered Gems Tarot. My name is Melissa. This channel used to be called Tarot by Melissa, so if you've been looking for me under that name, then you're in the right place now. Today's reading is going to be looking into upcoming changes that you can expect in your career and professional life. So we're just going to keep the messages open to see what shifts or changes may be coming in for you in the near future. Remember, this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so the messages may not resonate super specifically with every single viewer out there. So if anything in the reading feels confusing, or if it doesn't feel like it fits what you know your situation to be, those are typically indications that it's not your message. So just release it, let it go, accept that that message was for someone else out there in the collective. If you did want to book a personal reading, those are typically going to give you a little bit more of a specific read on your own energy. If you wanted to book one with me, the link to my website is in the description box down below. And I do offer a career and professional life reading service as well. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and select your reading. We have a choice between 3 readings for today's career. Pick a card. If you're drawn to reading 1, we have this little brown stone here. If you're drawn to reading 2, we have this green aventurine. And if you're drawn to reading number 3, we have this rose quartz. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your career and your professional life and what changes may be headed your way. Go ahead and select the crystal or group of cards that you feel the most intuitively connected to. Once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. If you guys selected this brown stone here, not 100% sure what that is, this is going to be your career reading. So today we're looking into what changes or shifts you can expect in your career in the upcoming future. So let's go ahead and jump in and look at our first 2 cards. So we start off with the energy of the healer, number 25, and we also have Saturn, number 24. That's kind of interesting that we go from the 24 to 25. So some sort of progression here, I feel. So a couple messages that I'm getting from this. Saturn is an energy of structure and responsibility, and it's an energy of putting in the hard work, but it also provides you with rewards, right? So because we're going from 24 to 25 here, it's almost making me feel like you guys have been putting in the hard work in your career. You've been showing up, you've been responsible, you've been doing the things that you need to do. And I kind of wonder if something that's changing for you is some sort of reward that's coming through your self-discipline. It could come in the form of more responsibilities with Saturn, okay? Because Saturn is the energy of like being responsible. It's authority, right? It's structure, as the card says here. So it could be that some of you guys could be getting like more responsibility. And with healer energy being here, it's making me feel like you will be healing something or changing something or fixing something potentially during this time. For those of you that have been maybe not resonating with anything that I just said about putting in hard work and feeling challenged or restricted or disciplined in your work, then I do think that that's what's coming up next for you. And with this healer energy, I can also see that there is a need to set boundaries when it comes to work. So a healer is, a lot of times it's going to be an energy that a lot of people or situations are drawn to because of the nature of what it is. Especially if you, my viewer, are a healer or you're stepping into a path where you're going to be embodying this energy. It's going to be very important for you to have boundaries because a lot of people need to be healed, right? So I feel like Saturn is coming up here to remind you that you need to set boundaries and make sure that you're taking care of you, okay, throughout these changes. Not everybody needs to have access to you. Not everybody needs all of your time and energy. So what's the change, Spirit? What's happening for group 1? Career changes coming up for group 1. We have the Death card. Okay. The Two of Swords. The Ten of Wands. Yep. And then we do have the undertone of the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, some of you guys could be taking on more responsibility. The Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful. She is a leader, very responsible, very interesting with that synchronicity with Saturn here. But I think through this change, this is an inevitable change with the Death card. Okay, so something is changing, more broadly speaking, in your career. This could have to do with like circumstances around you shifting and changing and evolving into something new. Your job, the role that you're embodying is changing. It could have to do with you leaving one thing behind and transitioning into something else. There's the undertone of this Queen of Pentacles, though, which is making me feel like you're taking on more responsibilities, doing a lot more. And so I think with this Ten of Wands, we have to be really mindful of burnout, okay? Because when you're the one doing it all and not delegating those responsibilities, you're going to exhaust yourself here. Some of you guys, it could just be that it's your nature, right? Saturn is a very disciplined, structured, it is a worker energy. So maybe some of you guys are just workhorses and you just like to work and you like to take it all on. But there is a message here with this Ten of Wands about really watching your balance during this time, which makes sense because that's kind of what I was getting with those two cards combination together. So yeah, there could also be like, there's something here with this Two of Swords as well that's making you guys feel maybe a little bit indecisive or caught in the middle, or it could be for some of you that you're in a transitional phase from one role to another and you're doing like multiple things at once, multiple job duties for different roles as you transition into whatever the change is. And so maybe it's making you feel a little bit like this card says deadlocked, like there's not really a path that you can take other than to just take this all on yourself. So let's keep going. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know about changes coming your way. Changes coming to group number 1 in their career. We have rolling the dice. Let's see. We have new life. One more, please, Spirit. Wisdom. Taking steps. Action is key to getting where you need to go. You can't wait around. Take a step in any direction to get unstuck and find opportunities. I think that's what's happening. I feel like maybe some of you guys coming into this reading, you've been feeling stuck, like you've been wanting a change, because the Death card, it does talk about endings that lead to new beginnings. But in my experience, it also can talk about like a very slow internal shift that we experience when we're kind of outgrowing one thing and ready to evolve into something new and different. Or as I was saying before, it can also talk about, like, for instance, maybe something within your job is shifting and changing or evolving into something new, like your job duties change, etc. But I do kind of feel like there's this energy of you being ready to put yourself out there, to try new things. So this says time to put yourself out there, you're hiding your talents, and it's time to take a risk and step into the spotlight now. So I feel like there's something about you getting more exposure or getting in the spotlight that's drawing attention to you that might be leading you into this change with the Queen of Pentacles. Whoop. We have new life. You may get a fresh start or be called to bring a new perspective to your old job. You may also get a tempting job offer or a new place. And that could be where maybe some of this Two of Swords energy is coming into play, because this card also talks about negotiations. And you notice how we have like the little angel and the devil here? So there could be some sort of decision that you're making as well after you start putting yourself out there around like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I go back to my old job? Should I go to this new thing that's being offered to me? It basically just feels like through your efforts to put yourself out there, group number one, you're getting offers and options here, but maybe just struggling to decide which is the best fit for you. We have wisdom. You're called to serve as a mentor for someone or as a role model and guide who can show the way. Use your wisdom and experience, which is really interesting coming up under this 10 of Wands. So I do think that you're with this Queen of Pentacles, I think that you're seen really well. Okay. I do think that there will be more coming to you, more responsibility. It could come in the form of you being a leader or a mentor here. There is definitely a new beginning, and there is something here about like making a decision that I see you going through. But I just think it's going to be really important for you guys going into whatever this is that you set very clear boundaries with whoever you need to around your work-life balance. Because you are the type of person that people are going to go to for everything because you just know what to do. You know, you're very responsible, you're dependable, reliable. You have that Saturn energy just naturally. And I feel like that's what's getting you into this change, right? And so the healer is here to remind you, like, you don't have to fix it all. You can be here to heal and help and lead and do the things, but make sure that you're taking care of yourself first, okay? Let's keep going. Group one. What else? This group one needs to know about their career changes, please, Spirit. Some of you guys could have had a father. I'm getting this message. This is so like maybe just for one person, but I feel like maybe some of you guys might have had a father who was a workaholic, with the Saturn energy being here and this 10 of Wands. And with that healer card, this could also be a spiritual lesson that you are learning to heal this part of your lineage in your family, right? Like maybe your father or father figure showed you the value of hard work. They were a workaholic, but maybe it came at the expense of other areas of their life, right? So I think that could be significant for someone watching this. We have setting up parameters. Exactly. Assess your relationships and determine how they are aligned with your goals. Setting boundaries requires an honest evaluation of your present relationships. Yep. So with Saturn, you will be setting more boundaries, okay, around people and workload that you're willing to take on. Okay. So that's really interesting energy. So let's keep going. Group one. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about these upcoming changes in group number one's career, please? Yeah, I think with the Death card, like there's just something that you guys are ready to walk away from. Like there's something you're ready to leave behind. You're realizing the time is up and you're ready to start looking for more. You know what I'm saying? And part of setting these boundaries could have to do with this Two of Swords energy and the new life, right? Because there is this opportunity here, this fresh start that I see for you. But maybe part of where you're deadlocked has to do with boundaries, work-life balance, you know, things of that nature. Let's see. We have fright. Yeah, I think you guys have just been feeling stuck. You've been feeling stuck. You've been feeling trapped. Maybe a little bit depressed for some of you. There's also a little fear that I get from, well, obviously it says fright, but like there is a little fear that I get from this. Like maybe for some of you, you're seeing change happening around you as well. And it's causing you to think, okay, maybe I need to look at other options, you know? Look at this. We have merit making, goodness, humanness, and morality. We also have compromise, agreement, reconciliation, and consideration coming out of the deck. Yeah, so this merit making shows me the work that you have done is getting you positive results. It's getting you positive results and recognition as well. Doing the right thing also is significant in this matter. And it's really interesting that this card talking about goodness, morality is coming up when we have this angel devil on the shoulder, right? So there's something here about a new beginning that's coming your way, group one. And I feel like you're kind of asking yourself, there's something tempting that I think you want to do that might not be the most moral choice, perhaps. So there's kind of like maybe this is kind of a nod from spirit around like maybe taking the path of goodness. That could be just for someone out there. But then we do also have this energy of compromise. So again, this is talking about setting those boundaries, reconciliation, consideration, and agreements. So you're coming to some sort of agreement around workload or work-life balance here that I see. Okay, so let's keep going. Group one, I'm going to pull a couple of these. And then I also want to pull some timelines for you guys as well. What can you tell us, Spirit, about group number one's career changes? Yeah, see, I just realized it says you may also get a tempting job offer. You see what I mean? Like there's something that's tempting you to try something else. Okay, can you tell us about group number one's career, please, Spirit? We have love life. Affairs of the heart could cause future problems, but take heart as difficult situations will be resolved by a good decision. So again, there's something about making good decisions. Maybe your love life is being impacted by work. There is a little cat fight happening here. 2 women and a man. I don't know if maybe that's just for like one person, but let's see. One more, please, Spirit, for career for group one. Okay, we'll get 2. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. Okay, so if you guys have been getting intuitive hits around looking for something new or putting feelers out there or changing something about your career, Spirit is wanting you to honor that. Follow your intuition. We have commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. Again, there's some sort of new beginning that you're getting here that you are committing to. Group number one. We do also have the energy of personal riches. Small successes are likely now, and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically. Okay, but avoid get rich quick schemes. All right, so what I want to do is let's look at a timeline, and then we'll close it out with some advice for you. Okay, so when can group one expect these changes, please, Spirit? When can group one expect these changes in their career? Please and thank you. When can group number one expect these changes, please, Spirit? Next air sign season. So as I'm uploading this reading, it will be May. So probably Gemini, Libra, Aquarius would be significant depending on when you are viewing. Okay, we also have the undertone of December here too. So December could be significant for some of you. Let's close it out with some advice. So Spirit, what advice do you have for group one as it pertains to these changes in their career or just their career in general at this time? Advice for group number one. We have the Seven of Swords. Are your actions really as selfless as you think? And we have this woman going to kill this spider. Because maybe theoretically it is being a bother, but is it really? Okay. So there is something around that morality piece that's coming through again and doing the right thing. Seven of Swords is a little bit of a sneaky energy. Okay. One more, please, Spirit. King of Swords. We can all learn important things from one another. Okay. Bottom of the deck, High Priestess. When in doubt, your first gut feeling can always be trusted. So really strongly, the message from Spirit is to trust your intuition. Okay. I think when it comes to advice, make sure Spirit is really wanting you to be on the side of goodness. You know what I mean? The Seven of Swords, it's not always bad, right? Sometimes we need to be strategic and move in silence and not tell anyone what we're doing because it's what's better for us in the long run. But something about this new beginning might be a little morally gray. Okay, so just make sure that you are being mindful of that as you make your moves. The King of Swords saying we can all learn important things from one another. I think right now, learn from the people around you. And there's also this energy of mentorship here. Maybe some of you guys have a mentor that you can talk to. Maybe you're the mentor and you're teaching someone. But there is like this message about taking notes and learning and applying what you've learned to your strategy moving forward and your boundaries. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing, Group 1. Let me know in the comments what's been happening in your career, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey, Group 2, welcome to your career reading. If you guys selected the green adventuring crystal, this is going to be your reading. So looking into what changes are up next for you in your career, let's take a look at the first two cards that we have. So Group 2, we start off with the Flame and Scorpio energy as well. Okay, changes for Group 2. I definitely feel like whatever is up next for you with the Flame is definitely going to be very exciting. And it doesn't feel exciting like something that is just like a burst of energy and then it blows out. This feels more like a slow burn. The Flame really talks about our life force energy, being connected to our purpose. And I feel like your flame is lit. Something that you are doing is exciting you. It feels passionate. It feels aligned with where you would like to go. Okay. And with Scorpio energy here, this is water energy. It's very deep. It's transformative as well. So for some of you, this really feels like it is aligned with your deeper purpose in your life, let alone just your career. Scorpio energy can also talk about things like the occult. It can talk about death and rebirth. It can talk about things like shared resources, like 8th house themes, like shared resources, taxes, other people's money, like things like that could be of significance to this as well. But it's also talking about investigating. So research could be included in what you're doing too. So let's see. Let's keep going and see what else Spirit wants you to know. So tell me, Spirit, for Group 2 about the next upcoming changes in their career, please. We have the Knight of Swords. We have Judgment. And the Emperor with the 4 of Cups at the bottom. Yeah, so like you guys have been bored quite frankly. You've been bored because whatever you've been doing has not been exciting you. It's been monotonous for some of you. Or maybe you've just been feeling generally like creatively like tapped out, you know, like I'm looking at how on the canvas, she's just like scribbled all over it out of frustration. But look at this. We have the flame here and it's like she's just burning the money in the candle. Like however you guys have been earning money, I do think that it's been really stable, but I don't think that it's been something that's brought you a lot of joy in your life nor excitement. So I see a lot of shifts here. Flames here too. The Knight of Swords is a very driven, ambitious energy. You guys are really going after something. You're hitting it hard, okay? I think that you are realizing that whatever you have been doing, it's not working for you. And you kind of have to be the change that you wish to see if you want something different. The Knight of Swords is very active energy. It's going after the goal. It's driven, it's ambition. I love how it says failure is not an option as well. So the flame is ignited within you. We have the Judgment energy here as well. So Judgment can kind of like, it's kind of like what I was saying with this Four of Cups. Like you're going after something new because you're finally realizing that whatever you're doing just isn't working for you, or whatever approach you've been taking just isn't working for you. Judgment energy, it is a wake-up call. It is when we are kind of reassessing our plans with the Emperor here, reassessing how what we're doing really fits into our day-to-day life and whether or not where we're currently at is working or if it's time to move on to something else. So there could be an energy here of you guys trying something out again, but taking a new approach. There could also be an energy of you moving on from something, deciding that this is not the right fit where you're currently at, and then going somewhere else or looking for something else as well. The Emperor talks about masculine leadership energy, masculine authority, having a plan, and being responsible. So for some of you, this could involve a leadership position or just stepping into your authority or stepping into the energy of leadership. Okay? So it feels kind of like you're going after something new because you haven't been happy. Okay? You've been bored. And this is really a time with Scorpio to be digging deep, you guys, because whatever you've been doing has not really been fulfilling you. So let's see. We have many choices. Yeah, you guys are looking for a new job for sure. And hitting it hard. New life. It's exciting. That came up for group 1 in that same spot too. Totally different energy than this, but I love to see it for both groups. Let's see. And we have shedding. Ugh, I hate snakes. I shouldn't say that, but because all animals have their purpose, but they do kind of creep me out. Okay. Cutting ties. You may need to leave your current position and look for something better. Ending a job doesn't mean burning bridges. Go with grace. That's exactly what I feel. Group number 2. Many choices. Okay. You're looking for something new. You have options even if you don't see them right now. Get creative and look around. Pull a card for each option to see what is best. So yep, you guys are going after something new. And I really feel like the message from Spirit is to dig deep and really make sure that whatever you're going after feels aligned with your purpose, and it's going to keep that flame burning for you. Because right now what you're doing is boring you. It's monotonous. It's not creative. It's not inspirational. So even though it might be stable, it's just not helping you with your day-to-day. I feel like some of you guys could just be like so bored that you're just like laying around or even feeling a little bit depressed, which is not good. We have new life. You may get a fresh start or be called to bring a new perspective to your old job. You may also get a tempting job offer or new place. And this kind of talks about different options very similarly to what I was saying with the Judgment card. I think that you guys might be trying to revive some energy into your current role while you're here, but there is very much an energy of seeking it out other work while you're doing this, okay? Shedding. You're starting to outgrow your work situation. You need to set higher goals and standards. You work well in healing and medicine. So those could be significant fields of work for some of you out there. Yeah, so now's the time, group number 2. Spirit is saying, like, the way you're feeling monotonous, bored, feeling like you're missing out on life, you're outgrowing where you currently are because you're not really being adequately challenged, okay? With this Knight of Swords, I just feel like you guys you're fast-paced. You need intellectual stimulation in the work that you're doing. You are a driver and you want to go after things, right? And whatever you're doing now is just really not affording you that I can see. So I feel like you guys are kind of raising your standards with the Emperor. You're elevating yourself into a plan of power and authority, and you're executing this plan of action. Number 1, to show up well where you currently are, to see if we can salvage it. But number 2, to be looking for new options that might feel a bit more fulfilling to you. Okay. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about career changes for group 2, please? What else can you tell us for group number 2? And their new career changes, please. We have back on task. Be sure you're using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you're working on. All could use some fine tuning. So after a period of monotony, yeah, look at this, rediscovering your zeal. Pay attention to the passion you're feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. So something's happening that's helping you guys to feel a little bit more inspired, okay? And so it's helping you to kind of redirect, get back on track, raise your standards a little bit here. And again, it's like we're going after something that's going to feel a little bit more aligned with our inner desires, okay? So let's continue, Spirit, for group 2. What other info can you share with us about group number 2 and this change coming through in their career? We have gift, souvenir, promotion, and delight. Nice. Okay, what else? We have libation, donation, pray, and religion. So there's already like a theme of receiving something here, like receiving some sort of gift or donation or support here. Religion or spirituality could be significant to what you're doing, group 2. And then we have justice, equality, neutrality, and logic. Yeah, so maybe some of you guys have actually been feeling sick, and that's been part of like what's made the spark kind of die for you. Maybe you've been feeling sick or just like mentally not your best. Okay, maybe some of you guys just had a baby. For some of you, and you're getting back into work. But yeah, it feels like you are getting some sort of new opportunity here to reignite your passion for work. Okay, and with the justice energy, there is an element of fairness here. There is an element of balance, doing the right thing. So again, I think as you guys might be looking for new work, you're still doing every effort that you can to show up well where you're currently at. Maybe you're getting a donation or you're getting a gift or something that's helping to support you during this time as well. Okay, so let's see. Group 2. What can you tell us, Spirit, about what's up next? Career changes for my group 2 viewers. you guys, I do feel like maybe travel could be significant, like the way that she's on that boat in this first card here. That could be something that's happening too. The Knight of Swords is moving around, you know? So you could be getting out and about a little bit more. All right, so this one's flying out. We have declutter. Declutter your life, let go of correspondence, objects, and people you no longer want. Someone will hurt your feelings and reveal a new side of themselves that you may wish to avoid. Oddly specific, that may not be for everybody, but the message primarily there is about cleaning out clutter and excess out of your energy field so that you can be more focused. Could even be decluttering your home. Like, I see this energy with the Four of Cups of just monotony and boredom, and maybe there's a need to kind of declutter your space to better set you up for success, to be in the right mindset for these changes. Okay. We also have love. Love's in the air, a great time for commitment and taking relationships to the next level. There could be something around relationship building that's important here. I definitely see with gifts and libation that there could be someone there assisting you here. Okay. We also have sexuality. Existing relationships could find a new passion and heighten sexual attraction. Opportunities for marriage and good family life are strong. If single, beware of temptation that could lead to trouble. A child will bring a great joy. Somebody here just had a baby, I feel like. Okay. But the emphasis on a lot of these cards here, these two here, the love and the sexuality card, are relationships. Okay. So something about gift giving or exchanges in relationships. Donations could be significant to the work you're doing. Maybe some of you guys work in like the justice field as well, like social justice, or the justice system could be significant here too. But yeah, relationships are being highlighted. Okay, so group 2, let's close out by getting a timeline for you around when you can anticipate these changes hitting you, and then we'll close it out with some advice. So when are these changes coming through for group 2? Please, Spirit. These career changes. Six to 12 weeks. And we have when you release past ties. So like we have a synchronicity here about cutting ties and looking for something else. And then these new exciting changes come into play here. I feel like somebody could be helping you get this job. Like maybe you guys are putting feelers out there and then somebody gifts you this promotion or this new opportunity, someone that you weren't expecting, which is why Spirit is emphasizing relationships over here and networking. All right, so closing advice, please, Spirit, for group 2. Closing advice for group number 2, please, Spirit, as it pertains to their career at this time. Five of Swords. You can't be right all of the time. Okay. So pick your battles, group 2. Pick your battles. That's some advice. And we have the Strength card. It takes great strength to be soft. Interesting. And we have Justice. Stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine, which is interesting with that Justice energy coming up twice. So stick to your truth and everything else will be fine. Pick your battles. And self-restraint is important here too, right? Containment is important. You did also have this energy of courage underneath of cutting ties, which kind of reminds me of the Strength card. This says, ask what you are afraid of so you can overcome what's holding you back now. There are leadership opportunities for the taking. So there could be some fears here to overcome with regard to your career, group number 2. And look, we do have this energy of direction as well. Your purpose is unfolding slowly, step by step as you go along. There's no need to hurry or worry. You're being divinely guided. This is so beautiful. So 6 to 12 weeks is when I see some of these changes hitting you, group 2. It just feels like you're going to be able to get back out there and find a new line of work that feels much more exciting and igniting for you, rediscovering your passion for your work. And I do think there's going to be a transitional phase here where like you're maybe moving on from one thing into something new, but still having to show up well in your current position for a little while. Okay, so comment below, group 2. Please let me know what's been happening with you in your career, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey, group 3, welcome to your reading. If you guys selected the rose quartz, this will be your career reading where we're going to be looking into upcoming career changes and shifts. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what our first 2 cards have to say. So for you all, we have the animal and the 7th house relationship. Beautiful energy, group 3. So career shifts coming in for you. What I kind of see coming up for you guys has to do with partnerships. Okay, so for some of you, the 7th house can literally talk about our committed business partnerships, marriages. It can also be like open enemies and stuff like that. Hopefully that's not the case here. Okay. But the 7th house does tell me that the next big change ahead for you in your career has to do with relationships or partnerships at work. The animal is an interesting energy as well because this is kind of like a wild energy in my opinion. Where we are able to show up as our most authentic, natural version of ourselves and be able to kind of respond, react, and behave with our most, primal, animalistic instincts and nature. So there's something here I feel with you all, I think getting to maybe be a little bit more raw or a little bit more authentic to self. There could also be an element for some of you of actually working outside with the animal, like something with nature could be significant here. So let's keep going and see what else Spirit wants to point out. So Spirit, help us understand, please, for group number 3, what is next, the next change or shift in group number 3's career. Next change or shift in group 3's career. Queen of Wands. Yes. Okay, hold on. A few too many flying out the deck. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely like leading the way. Ooh. Yeah, and then the Fool flew out. We're going to take that. The Fool flew out. This definitely makes sense with authenticity. But where's the partnership? Let's see. Queen of Cups. Interesting. Okay. Very cool. Very cool vibes. All right. So we have 2 queens. This could be your business partner, group number 3. There's an energy of taking a leap of faith with the Fool. Okay. And again, an energy of getting to be the most authentic version of yourself. We have a lot of feminine leadership energy here as well with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Wands being like that motivator, right? This is the leader who like gets people going, someone who shows others the way, someone who's very passionate and energized. And then we have the Queen of Cups who is more about like that compassionate leadership and emotional connectedness with others and this card also is talking about like money isn't everything, right? So it's like doing work that you love without having to worry so much about the financial piece of it, right? Of course, we all need to earn money. So not to say that money is not important at all, but it's an energy of doing what you love and doing what you feel passionately about. And I am wondering if these two queens signify a business partnership that you're taking a risk with, group number 3. We also have the Chariot here at the bottom of the deck. So this is feeling like, again, it's very driven, motivated energy. Like you've got your eye on the prize and you're just like ready to go for it. And just because like we're seeing two feminine energies here, it doesn't have to mean that it's women, right? Like this can be anyone out there. We just have this energy of leadership. And 2 court cards with the 7th house is just so interesting because it does make me feel like this is your business partner. Okay. Help us understand, please, Spirit, about group number 3 and these changes coming through. Clarifying this Queen of Wands. We have Illumination, clarifying the Fool. Ooh, hold on. We have Investment and the Queen of Cups, please, Spirit. We have Outside Forces. We do have the energy of rewards. You're cashing in on all the good work you've done. Raises, bonuses, and prosperity are coming in. Keep going and keep growing. So this will be financially successful. I do see an undertone of financial success, even though that's not like specifically being highlighted here with the tarot cards. So let's see. Something hidden is coming to light now. You find out about new jobs, opportunities, and options. Someone lends you a helping hand. So for some of you guys, this may not be a literal business partner, but a relationship that ends up benefiting you. Because maybe this Queen of Wands is helping you to learn about a new opportunity coming your way. Or maybe you're being noticed for your Queen of Wands energy, your leadership energy, your passion, your drive, your ability to lead others. And because people are noticing that, a beneficial partner comes through and helps you. Okay. We have investment. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save on something to fall back. For those of you that this is a like business partnership, I think there is an element of taking a risk with the Fool being here. Just kind of taking that leap of faith, taking the risk, a calculated risk, Spirit is saying. We also have outside forces. Unknown figures are driving the situation and you may not be able to control the outcome. This cycle will shift soon and you will be okay. This Queen of Cups seems to be impacted by outside forces, or maybe has some stuff going on behind the scenes that you may not have a lot of transparency into. But even if it's not specifically the Queen of Cups going through this, there is an element of like external forces impacting what you're doing. Okay, so just to give an example, we know that there are certain policies going into effect that are impacting business owners all the time, right? That is an example of like an outside force, like a law passing or a, whatever. I'm not going to even talk about that here, but you guys get what I mean. There could be something like that externally, rules, laws going into place that are impacting the ability to do what you guys want to do. Okay. But Spirit is saying this will pass and you'll be okay. Okay. What else can you tell us, Spirit, about upcoming career changes for group number 3? Upcoming career changes for group number 3. We have replacing what was lost. You now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. Beautiful energy. Look at this, you guys. Shared inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project, be willing to let go of time constraints and rules, and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. Shared inspiration. You're coming together with someone else and driving something that's going to be very successful. Group 3. How exciting. Okay. I think whatever you guys are doing is going to help you to feel more revived in your career as well. This could be something that you've already started and maybe things fell off due to these outside forces, and now you're going to come back together with a new perspective here. There is definitely a theme that I'm seeing about like rewards. We also have this energy of on the table here too. Time to put your demands on the table and get serious about what you want. Ask for a raise, a promotion, or a step up. Whatever this is, whether this is a business partnership or you getting a promotion at work, group number 3, you need to be very clear about what you need, okay? And if you're the Queen of Wands, that's definitely not going to be a problem for you, okay? So let's keep going. What else can you tell us, please, Spirit, about this shift in career for group 3? What else can you tell us, please, about this shift in career for group number 3? Communication. A reunion could bring love or a rekindling of friendships. A lucky win seems likely. So maybe this is like a friend that you're going into business with. Again, there's something about needing to talk, this out. We have personal riches. Small successes are likely now and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically, but avoid get-rich schemes. So yeah, this keeps pointing to a lot of abundant energy, group 3. We have nature. Interact with nature in the outdoors, around animals, farmlands, or by the ocean. This will be good for the soul and healing for you. Okay, that's a beautiful message. And then we do also have asserting yourself. Go for what you want. The time is ripe for soulmate connections, birth of a child. So birth of a child is making me feel like the birth of something creative that's happening here. Group 3. But being assertive is coming up, right? So you need to be able to speak for your needs here. Ooh, I'm so excited, group 3. All of these readings have been like very different. Yours feels like really, really exciting. So what else can you tell us, please, Spirit, about what's next in career for group number 3? Definitely a new opportunity coming through, which is going to be very exciting that you're taking a risk on. Ooh, indulgence, interaction, joy, and friendliness. There's something about friendship. I also love the spa energy. Maybe this is connected to that field, right? The beauty, like beauty or skincare, spa, luxury, something along those lines. Med spa. What else for group 3, please, Spirit? Some of you may invest in education for this too. We have marionette, dictatorship, domination, and reluctance. Okay. What else? Not a dictatorship. It's kind of giving me this, okay, and then we have sweetheart. Pure, unconditional love and beloved. That is so beautiful. Yeah, there's like a baby being born here, a creative baby. Maybe a literal baby is involved too, okay, because there is a synchronicity that I see here. But this is making me feel like coming together with someone to give birth to this metaphorical new opportunity. This marionette is kind of, I feel like this outside forces energy. right? Like maybe there are some outside forces that you guys just don't have control over here when it comes to the situation. Maybe there's some reluctance to move forward due to outside forces because there's a risk here with everything that's going on in the world. But it feels like there is something that's very exciting, very motivating, something that's going to get you guys like some good coin. Like it feels like it's a risk, a calculated risk that you're taking, but it's going to really yield beneficial results for you. And I think the added benefit is that you get to do what you want to do in a way that feels authentic to you. Okay. So Spirit, when can group number 3 expect these shifts and changes to come through for them? The next air sign season. Okay, so as this video is being uploaded, it's May this month. So Gemini season is significant, you guys. Ooh, I'm excited. All right, let's get some advice. What advice, Spirit, do we have for group 3 as it pertains to these shifts and changes in their career? We have Temperance. Let go of self-imposed limitations. So don't hold yourself back, you guys. This feels like something that's going to be very positive for your career. Temperance can also, though, talk about taking it slow. You know what I mean? Like not rushing the process. We do have 2 different energies here with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So we've got fire and water. I think working together can be very powerful. But, you know, water can put out fire and fire can be really hot, make water boil. You know what I'm saying? So I think just be patient as you integrate these energies together. It kind of reminds me of that movie called, I think it's called Elemental. Do you guys remember that movie? Have you seen that movie? It's really cute where like there's the fire element and the water element that they fall in love and they partner together really well. But sometimes she makes her water boyfriend boil by accident and he evaporates. What else, Spirit? Advice for group 3. Ooh, 6 of Swords. All aboard, witch. It's time to write a new chapter. So leave the past behind, group 3. Looks like you're ready to transition into something new. I'm excited for you guys. Please let me know in the comments, group 3, what is happening in your career. This just feels like you're starting a new business with a partner or something, and it's going to be really awesome for you. So let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next reading soon. Bye.